Okay, hello and welcome to Game 2 of the finals for Clan Viki 4v4 Cup. So we got some different colours to work with. And this is a great map, Murgle Oasis. Lots of potential for some funky stuff here. Did someone say marketplace? Well, you don't get the most amazing items on this map, but the marketplace might still give you some fun stuff to look at. So, looks like... Oh, by the way, yeah, people have been telling me that Nefaut is Checky. I'll try to refer to him as Checky from now on, but I might still end up slipping and calling him Nefaut. But, yep, so we got TouristAttraction, who's now yellow, versus the grey that is Emperor, +3. So, whilst the game is setting on its way, give me a moment to go into Photoshop and change that round, because it just makes it a bit more clear, doesn't it, really? I'd be as professional as I can be, I suppose, whilst being very unprofessional. Okay, so Emperor 3 is now the grey one. Would you believe it? So they're now grey. And it's TouristAttraction, who are yellow, which is a nice bright colour, which is what we want to see. I don't think we've even seen a yellow, but that's a... Red versus yellow is probably the best colour combination, I think, for visibility. Can't really argue with that very much. Final. Okay, let's set that up. There's some shenanigans with the Wisps scouting ahead. Many Wisp scouts. Why? Because they're fast and effective. If you send them off quick enough, you'll get quite a lot of information. Alright, let's add in the new image. Is that the Hunter's Head Hole? No, Hunter's Head Hole.
A player's forces are under attack.
There we go. That's it, isn't it? Looks good to me. Okay, I just need to turn something off on this side, so the camera's going to go a little bit wonky. Every time I need to go onto the other side of the monitor, that's why my camera goes funky like that. Sokol in the right place at the right time. Revenge on the Murgle. No, but he does pick up... Oh, okay. Yeah, he didn't want to waste it on the Murgle. He just wanted to get the Water Mental. And he wanted to pick up the item. Very quick pickup on the item there, by the way. So he either tried to one-shot it, or he just had perfect timing. As soon as that died and picked up the tome, without even right-clicking on another unit, because you can very easily do that as a Blade Master, a very nearby clumped-up unit. You can very easily accidentally hit the wrong thing and, you know, screw up. But that was really neatly executed, to be quite frank with you. I assume that was his intention. Death Coil! Come on, Checky. Was that necessary? I suppose. Because you do regenerate your mana over time, so you just chuck it out there to get your best possible start. Adver, going for the greed once more, does decide to take out his nearest expansion. But we've got yours over here. Oh! That detonate gave him quite a bit of experience there, because he got rid of the... although that makes it easier for Adver to defend this, because he does get... Oh, he even picks up the gloves of haste. Adver's got to be pretty pissed with that one. Yeah, that cheeky Priestess of the Moon in exactly the right place at the right time. But that is what you get when you scout, because he clearly was scouting for the human's position, because the human is the most likely to take an expansion. So both the undeads here, Happy and Checky, are going for the elite item, and the marketplace open up. What's this, Sasha? I don't know. I don't have an answer for you, Sasha, right now. I do apologise for any offence I have caused, though. Okay, so we've got a little engagement here. Lots of teams grouping up. Archmage looks like he might be getting picked up. I'm really surprised Sokol didn't suppose. Well, I suppose... Are they on voice? He wants to go... He's so happy on the footman, but... Oh! Down for the count. Hawk being bullied heavily here. And I almost said halal. I just said it, so why not just say it? HLA also being picked off. These headhunters, he never has a good time with them. It's so easy to pick off very early on into the game. So this is a really, really critical. Oh wow, Hawk actually might pick off an extra kill. No, the Waterman one died. He was going to get a free kill from that. Too much going on though to concern one about that. So we've got quite a lot of chaos between yellow and grey. A lot of teams sort of grouped up together. Again, yours is up on Adver. So you notice that humans are so determined to get that expansion because it really is important for a human player to get an expansion. It really makes a big difference to how they play out and how much they can do and contribute to the game. But other players know this, and they really want to make sure that you have to work so hard to get that expansion set up. So, Checky, yours with the double hunts there. Checky taking up to tier 2. Soon likely to see statues and then a progression towards tier 3. Headhunters spamming out from HLA. And Hawk trying to recover. The humans it just sucks to play human, I think, a lot of the time in these kind of arranged team games, because they're the ones that get bullied the most. They're the ones that obviously want to get the expansion. They can't get the expansion. They lose all their militia trying to get the expansion, and they very rarely have that much left at their base. So they often have a rough time. Oh, you almost had a block there, but yours managed to sneak out there. Progression in towards the east-hand side of the map. Undead versus undead. Let's go. Death Knight's a focus. Skeletons being picked off. A bit of extra experience. Level 3 Death Knight versus level 3 Death Knight. He actually kept this Wand of Manastin, so I suppose he didn't feel like he needed to sell it just yet. And if he could use it in a critical moment, then that's great. I don't know why you don't stay silenced there, but what can you do? I did actually squelch you before the game started, so unless that's something to do with War 3 Arena, I don't know. There is one thing that I can do to fix that if that does become too apparent, and I will do it if I need to. It will be this in a second. In case you aren't aware of that person is, I won't give him any credit, but that's a very, very sad individual who has been doing this to me for months now. Like, most people will get bored after a few days. This person hasn't stopped for months. So I've basically come across probably the saddest person on the internet who has absolutely nothing better to do in their life. Which is, you know, quite typical, because there's probably going to be quite a few of those on the internet. So it's only a matter of time before you come across that. Lovely death coil on the Archmage. You might want to rethink that engagement. That Archmage is just... Adver, they're having a really rough time here. Unfortunate for this... TouristAttraction is kind of running over Emperor +3 right now. So that's yellow versus grey. It's just not being good for Emperor +3. They've had successful games in the past, but they are being controlled quite strongly this game. And their expansions are just being... Well... Having said that, looking at the minimap, I mean... Adver did finally manage to get this expansion up. And because, you know, TouristAttraction has focused so much on their units and their harass, they haven't decided to invest in their own expansion, but their teamwork is just really strong on this map in this case. It's just really worked out well for them. There is a chance, though, a defending chance, to have a little bit of a comeback and see how many units can be picked off. Anything would help, to be quite frank with you, because it's been a rough game so far, but anything can still change. Adver, I did say his expansion is kind of safe, but already he's starting to get punished again, but he's not having any of it. Oh! Watermental's still got summoning time left on it, so he's not going to disappear. That is a guaranteed kill on the Mountain King. There's no way that Mountain King's not going to die. Yours might try to stop it, but he won't have anything to do with this Mountain King not dying. Yep, the Mountain King's down for the count. The casters are in there from Hawk. We've got Dryads, though, backing up here, and they're going to be good versus that. Does look like the Sorks are trying to escape, but they're having a roughish time. Yours deciding to back off out of this. Oh, another town portal here, just to guarantee some extra kills. Is there no town portal? There's no town portal from Hawk, so he's going to lose a few of his casters in that engagement. So this is really a big deal for Emperor +3, as they just need anything to help come back. The town portal might have been a little bit excessive there, but I suppose if it grants an extra couple of kills, then why not? Because not only does that give you more experience, it slows the enemy down, as well as sort of like make them less dominant. There you go. Attack that troll. Get him out of the threat range. You're not dealing with other trolls here, so you'll be fine on that sake. Okay.
A player's forces are under attack.
We actually get back to a bit of creeping. There's been so much engagements. Because the expansions are so sort of like close to the middle of the map, it's much more easier to sort of harass one another and give each other a hard time than it is to actually just... Even though the creeps are scattered everywhere, you'll see there's actually still a lot of creep camps left on the map to do... Oh, okay. HLA finally with his berserkers really kicking ass. It takes a while to get him going, but he does get him going, and they are going to be pretty damn effective versus the Huntress Mass. But there's not that much Huntress Mass left, is there now? It's a switch to Dryads, if anything. Still, an effective looking caster support team with ranged DPS for Tourist Attraction. So they're looking good. Both teams sizing up, trying to get any creeps they can get done. A ton of experience is nice. Depends what you want to chuck that on. It looks like the Lich is taken up. Potential to level 3, which will be level 2 Frost Nova. Or slightly denied there, 495 out of 500 mana. Okay. What's going on? This is going to be a big old battle. There's a nice start off with the Impale. Lich out in the front. Got to get the coil off on the Lich before it goes down quickly. It's not going to hurt. Oh, so close. Good game, RU trying to escape with the Keep of the Grove. Tauren Chieftain backing off there. Another Impale there from Happy going down on the other undead Nefalt, otherwise known as Checky, losing his Crypt Lord as it's just slightly pushed too far. Good game, RU. Really struggling to get those heroes back. Has the town portal out of this situation. It does look good for Tourist Attraction as the town portal goes down for Emperor +3, giving Tourist Attraction the chance to run down the opponents as they attempt to run away, which is where town portals... Oh! Nice little catch there on the Fiend. Are required to be used, so you try to pick something off and town portal out, because if you run away you're just going to lose 2 to 3 units, which is not worth it, not versus a group of units that are so sort of persistent. So good game, RU has managed to retake his expansion after it very briefly went up and then went down again, so he's managed to get it back up. Looks like it's Adver's turn to sort of take a little bit of threat on his expansion. He's got some good mileage out of it, to be fair, but I'm not sure how much longer it's going to last. But a defending position, will the players want to defend to this? Because if they do, they're going to need to be very careful on where they town portal and how they do it. I don't think they're going to go ahead with it because of that reason. Because if one player town portals in the wrong direction, they can be very quickly picked off by such heavy range DPS. So much control there. And then we have got the War Stomps coming back now, not so much Shockwave. So everyone is grouped up here for Tourist Attraction. We've got some more split though from Team Emperor +3, trying to sort of like cause a little bit of chaos, which does seem to be working because they are pulling Tourist Attraction out a little bit. Look around, otherwise known as Hawk, now suffering at his expansion point. Oh, yep, time to get out. Kodo didn't manage to chomp anything this time, but at least you're alive. You've made it. There's lots of little harasses going on now. We were going to have another big battle grouped up together, but now it's the case of many mini harasses trying to force town portals and see where that goes. Even if it costs you a Fiend, that might still be worth it just to force the town portal and sort of like slow another player down, because you're displacing them. Every time a team tries to group up, they get moved around. HLA, level 5 Tauren Chieftain, with a lot of headhunters, just really needs to start pumping up on those upgrades, and then he'll be like a huge threat in this game. Happy once again back at it again with his destroyers, the Fiends. Great position here. I think he's got a little bit more control over Checky. However, Checky has got the benefit of yours' base to defend with, so can't push his luck too much. Happy here. Over in the middle, we've got more creeping going down. The Death Coil, a delight whenever used on the hero, taking a huge chunk of damage. But Book of the Dead to raise the dead with which you just killed. Why not? It's not exactly the same undead. It's the little skeleton warriors and archers, but they do pump out a little bit of damage, but they ain't going to be so good versus these destroyers. Oh, someone's going to town portal. Is it going to be yours? Is it going to be someone else? Maybe not, actually. Can Checky help this defend? Well, Yeah, he can. So that's great. It doesn't mean that another player has to town portal in. He's forced Happy out. Happy's back. We've got so many attacks all over the place. Right now, Hawks' main base is under so much pressure. 2 players here causing a lot of damage. That castle is going down very fast. But there is a town portal coming in. And it looks like a scroll of speed was used then straight into a town portal. He's like, nope, not even going to happen there. Another cheeky chomp of a fiend. Sokol did it again. Once again. I love saying that for some reason. It's just become too integrated into my normal vocabulary. Okay, Happy back at it again. On the yours' main base, which hasn't got any repair job on it. And there has to be a town portal surely in a moment. If not, it's going to be a base race. That's a little late. That might still go down, especially with the awesome Impale and Frostnova combination. Very nicely done there by Happy. A huge deal, and able to fight versus yours, who can't even defend this base now because he just can't compete with that army. Giving Happy a chance to come back and defend his imbalanced undead base. But HLA might have something to say about this with a huge army, but he's actually getting back. He decides this isn't worth it. I get where he's coming from there. He could have done a little bit of damage, but it probably would have been a 50-50. Like, both players would have just taken as much damage as one another. So, especially if you're fighting in enemy territory, it's probably not worth chancing it because other people can talent portal. So many engagements. This is a great game to cast because it's just non-stop. Something here, something there. By the way, up at the top here, we've got yours about to be pressured. The main base, the Blade Master of Sokol inside of Hawks' main base. Yep. Happy just making sure that yours can't come back into the game, at least for the meantime. But Hawk also doing some damage alongside Checky, I believe. No. Yes, Checky. I'm calling Checky now more often after they take off an expansion. There's not many expansions left for Emperor +3.
A player's forces are under attack.
TouristAttraction has a couple, but they also are missing a main base. So it's pretty even, but I dare say that this army that is converging over here and growing in numbers is looking a little scary right now as they start to pick off expansion after expansion as they group together. Very, very fearsome indeed. Okay, we've got a huge defense coming over here. This is going to be a massive battle. Destroyers going at it. We've got all the fairy dragons in a great position. Stasis traps being put down. Healing wards all at the back there. Pretty tricky to pick those off, so they might last for a little while, but the destroyers will probably say something about that in a moment with the dispels. Tauren Chieftain and the Blade Master of Sokol doing some nice damage for as long as they can do before they have to get back. The cast is at the back here for TouristAttraction. Very useful. Very trying to get into position. The Dryad's trying to do as much as they can. Destroyers all mixed up in the middle here. Happy with his Crypt Lord. Now we've got Checky with his Crypt Lord utilising a very nice Impale there just to slow down the enemy army as much as possible. It looks really good here for TouristAttraction as they start to arc out over their enemies and push forth the attack against the defensive. It's really going strong right now. Destroyers have pretty much depleted at this point, but there's still so many ranged units at the back here for TouristAttraction. And the Stormbolt goes off. Happy's Death Knight not too heavily threatened, but still forced to back off. Sokol backing off as well with the Tauren Chieftain. Ow! Down goes the Archmage. Poor Adver. I think that's Adver, isn't it? And yep, it's tough. It's very tough indeed. But what a fight! What a spectacle! Thank you very much to all the players and the tournament for taking the event and taking place. Been a lot of fun to cast this game and all the games that came up to this point, and that will be that. It is a best of 3, I believe. If I'm wrong, then we'll go into another game, but I'm definitely sure it's a best of 3, and that's 2 wins for TouristAttraction, which makes them the winners, collecting $100 each for each player in the team. That's a $400 prize pool for them. And the second place team, of course, being Emperor +3, they do get a little something each as well, $25 each, accumulating to $100 total for the team. So they still don't go away empty-handed. So they both did really good. They gave us a great games to watch. It's fantastic. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching the tournament. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and make sure to help support further tournaments like this. It's great. 4 versus 4. That's a thing. Competitively. Let's see more of it. All right. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. This is Witty. Obviously, check out twitch.tv/Witty for more casting. Well, I say casting. We'll see when we get to casting, but more sort of fun gameplay styles. 1 versus 1, 4 versus 4 RT. Free for all, custom games. You name it, I'll pretty much do it. And obviously, youtube.com/WTiiWarcraft and youtube.com/Witty1. Big thank you again to everyone. Admins of War3 Arena. Sweet for sort of like putting a lot of effort into this as well as over Admire and just the help and support I've had for this, and the people again for funding the thing to happen in the first place with the GoFundMe campaign. So with all that said and done, thank you very much once again for watching. Take care, have a great day. I'll see you later. Woo! There we go.